side-by-side comparison that I've been wanting to do. Okay. On the right here is my LX172 that I got from now a Facebook friend locally. Had a bad gear tranny that I'm sure the guys who've been following my channel seen. But we had one that we had just recently junked and had a great tranny, so swapped it over and had myself a nice bagger. And this is the one we just got from that lady that most likely is going to want it back. And first time I was able to use it for bagging. Even though the weather obviously is not suited for bagging, but they both did quite well bagging. I tried my LX behind it, comparably I believe, because they're pretty much same deck and everything. I think the LX sucked up a little more than the LT did, but that could have been the LT loosened it up, so we'll hand that to an equal. Okay, and one of the things I thought about was how nice that guy is, the LT. I was thinking about keeping that sucker, but you know what? Side-by-side comparison and by use, here's why I probably would not. I would keep my LX. Okay, number one comparison. They're both pretty much, they were clean machines, both of them. As you can see, the hood is intact on the LX. Only has a little crack in that bumper, but pretty much everything else. Got my Kawasaki in there. Just had trouble in it. If you see in a prior video, it would not start for life. I could not figure that out. So of course it's parked over there, so I had to get it running on choke cleaner and spraying it when I got it to limp up to about there, and then pushed it the rest of the way. Got in the garage, and after a little bit of thawing, fired right up. You know, primed, and don't know, maybe I had a little water pocket in there or something, but I put some gas in it just in case. Main differences. I like the electric PTO and the Kawasaki on this guy. And that foot pedal up and down is nice, but I ain't gonna lie, I think I just prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. It's got the best of both worlds, because that's got the dial up and down, so does this one. So I like this deck better because I can release the tension, and it's the same deck. Ironically, LX will fit my 345, so I have a 38 down there I did up for the 345, because I got that because it had no deck. You know, deck was ruined. Bagger setup, it's more old school than that one, but I think I prefer this one better. That one's kind of a little more fancied for my taste. Tires. Ironically, they both go through the snow quite well with them treads. But now over to the LT. It does have a nicer opening and closing. You don't really have to mess with the seat like you have to on mine. You can open it up and it doesn't even hit the seat. So bags are unique. I like to stop. So, you know, this, I believe this is the newer version of the LX. This was what they replaced it with. I'm not positive. So, this guy has a decent hood as well. This one, you know, had the blown up command. The other thing, this body comes off. So you can take it off, clean and everything like us anal tractor nuts do. This, you can't do squat. And that pisses me off to no end. Why did you do that? Well, in their infinite wisdom, I'm sure. Alright. Kawasaki, I like these old Kawasaki's. I like how they run, how they sound. This one's wasn't abused. I don't know how long the lady had it for, but the tranny went on her after she had some repairs done. Repair shop did her wrong, so we'll just leave it at that. So this puppy seems good. I like it. Back over to the LT. You got cable actuated deck. So okay, that's fine. I mean, one less thing to be bothered with. And this guy, we had to put a mechanical fuel pump because the engine came out of a Sears and it didn't have them, or I had to put a vacuum in, which was supposed to have a vacuum. Alright. You can tell I'm getting a cold or some shit. Alright, I had a mechanical equipped command, and I didn't have a mechanical pump equipped command. I had a 17 horse Sears, so we just did up the vacuum, which works quite well, as you can see in the videos. So, and that engine was the same thing, except a little difference in the cylinder size, I think, because, or either that or the head, because the head's out, I don't know, 1/4 inch from the 15 horse, so we had to space stuff up, and the stock muffler fit fine, just it wouldn't bolt to the frame like it was supposed to, so we just used longer bolts and used some washers, so that took care of that. And we did change this sticker from the ones on the Sears. There. So it's got the right serial number, the horsepower, so they can look up the parts. And I will tell whoever, if these people do take it back, I'll tell them what I did and show them. And if they don't want to pay, and I wind up selling it outright, I will inform the person that purchases it. So I'm not going to be no shady slim. So what we got? Thought it might be one of the Air National Guard C-130, but it's so bright blue out there I can't tell. Alright gents, so yacked your ears off, but so a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. I think all in all I'd take the LX, just because of the minor inconveniences of this guy with the body won't come off. Kohler Command is a good engine, don't get me wrong, I like the Command series, but I kind of like the Kawasaki better. So, put it this way, I wouldn't, if I didn't have the LX and I got this guy, yeah, I'll tell you what, I probably would have put the hubcaps and all that on that pupper and put it in my garage. So, not gonna lie, but when you got this old dog, I like the old dogs better. 34 seconds before my film runs out. But I am going to do something with this seat. Maybe that's what I'll do now. This piece of pile I got. We got another blown Command. But this seat I'm going to try to see if I can jury rig in there. It looks like it's about the same. All I got to do is figure out the... Actually, no, it's 2-wire. Should be the same shit. Alright gents, talk to you later.